Good day, everybody. This is JD. Today I'm talking to you about something that's very, very important to me. What it is our presidential campaign for 2012. I've been sitting here listening to everybody talking about all these different possible candidates. And I'm still thinking, I need an outstanding vice president. I want a man or woman who wants to help this country. I want a man or woman who not only wants to be vice president, but down the road be president. I'm not looking for a situation to put a party or group of people in power. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to help this country get back on the path it belongs. To put the Constitution back in our government. To start reducing the size of our federal government. Start increasing the responsibility of each state to govern itself within the state. To start realizing that federal regulations will apply to federal property, but will be guidelines for states to adapt and go by. To start realizing that our education programs are failing due to the fact that we allow them to fail. We accept failure as well they did their best, when that is not true. When you look at people beating people up in the middle of the daytime with boards and 2x4s just because they're smart in school, because they don't want to join a gang, and these people get away with it. That's the failure of our society. That's the failure of the city to regulate. That's the failure of the state to maintain order. It's the failure of the government, because everybody looks at the federal government for all the answers. The truth of the matter is, I'm looking for a man or woman who believes that the United States power and authority and greatness is within each and every individual. I'm looking for a man or woman who can stand up to the plate and say, I count, and I'm looking at this to win. Not just to say something, but to actually do the job. We have a tough job ahead of us, and it's going to be rough. But if we do it and we do it right, that man or woman who is going to be my vice president will end up someday being the president. I'm not looking for failure. I'm not looking to do this as a game or joke or something that'll be a thorn in a political party's side, which I found out I'm a thorn in both the Democrat and Republican party side. No. I'm looking at this truthfully. I'm looking at this real. Why don't I run for a local office? What's the use of running for a local office and getting the job only to quit it for something else? Is that fair to the citizens who vote for you? Is it? I mean, in this area they're going to have a governor race. I could enter that and I have a very good chance of winning. But is that fair to the Virginians who would vote for me as governor? No, it's not. I'm not going to use political positions as stepping stones. I'm sorry, I don't think that's fair to the people who would vote for you. I'm not going to run for a city council only to leave it in a couple years to go around campaigning. No, it's not fair for the people who vote for you. It's not honest. So I'm not going to do those things. Sorry, people out there who say I should. I cannot honestly run for a position only to quit it a couple years or months down the road to go after something else. I cannot do that to the people who vote for me, because that's betraying their trust. And the type of person I want to be my vice president is a person who realizes the job ahead of us, what we have to do. Seriously. Doesn't want to be a person sitting around in the background complaining, but someone who wants to be in the foreground and make things happen. I don't belittle anybody in the presence and the things that they fail at, because that's not where I'm going. Just like I constantly hear about Bush, he's history. And you know what there is about history? Once it's written, it never changes. So why cry about it? Why complain about it? Why bitch about it? When I win the presidential election, you think I'm going to worry about the things Obama did wrong? Am I going to cry about it? No. I'm going to fix what I can, straighten things out, and go from there. Never looking back to put the blame on somebody. The day I do my oath and become president, everything, every single thing that goes with this country is my responsibility. And I don't care who did what before, because that's history. It's what we do tomorrow that matters. And that's the kind of vice president I want. I need a vice president candidate. I need one to be serious. And I need a strong campaign manager. Somebody that's really good. Because when I become president, I'm going to need a lot of good people to fill a cabinet to direct this country in a very, very strong way. Yes, I am promising somebody that when I win, they could be sitting on a cabinet seat if they do a strong and outstanding job for the people of this country. Because that's what matters. What matters is how we serve you, the American people. So yes, I am looking for a very strong person who wants to be vice president, who truly believes in the people of this country, who truly believes in our Constitution, who truly believes our government is way too big, federal government, and it should reduce itself down and increase the responsibilities of the states. A person who believes so strongly that behind me they are willing to go for president. Because if we do our job right, and we do what I say, and which I normally do, they will have the path laid before them to continue the task. You people out there are the ones that matter. You people out there are the ones that count. And it's your nation. You need to start getting off your keister and start realizing, the majority of you, just sitting on the computer is not the answer. We need to go out there and we need to let the world know that there is another way to do things. And JD and you will do it. Thank you all. And remember, I need a strong person for vice president. Someone who's not afraid of standing up against everything to win. And someone who will someday stand up and run for president. Anything less than that will not be acceptable. Thank you. This is JD.